Hey everyone, it's Deb here from Deb's Greenhouse, and I'm going to do a little video on how the Weekender basket works. And if you have one, or if you're a first-time owner of one, picking up your pre-orders, then we want to show you the components of it to make sure that you're very successful with it, and that you keep all the parts in the fall when it's time to clean up your baskets. So this is the shell. And this is the part that you see. This is the part that you see from the outside. And you can see there is a drain hole here and an overflow here. So what happens is when you hang this up and you want to fill it, you got to make sure that this drain here is plugged. All of the new Weekenders come with a plug wired to it. Now, these work really well, but they do stick out the bottom a little bit, and if you're moving your basket around, they have fallen out on us. So what we have done is we take a little squishy earplug, compress it, rolling it in your fingers, and then sticking it in. This will swell up, and it will keep the water in your Weekender basin for the whole summer. So everyone that goes home, we put an earplug in, leave that in. If you lose it or it falls out, just put a new one in or use the plug that it came with. So this is the basket. We don't plant in this part. This part down here below these tabs holds a gallon of water. That's what makes this basket so great. This is the part we plant in, and it goes in here. We've got an insert that's planted to show you. So this is how the planted insert looks. This mix in particular is a fancy fuchsia order. And you can see the wicks hanging down. It's really important that when you clean your planter out in the fall, the wicks often get stuck in the root ball and they'll end up in the compost pile. Pull them back out because you need these every year to replant your basket, whether you replant it yourself or we replant it for you. And the wicks, so long as they're cleaned, can last up to 10 years. Make sure they're not in a shed where mice or rodents could get to them, because we have seen some destroyed by pests. So in the winter, put them in a Ziploc bag or something. So yeah, that is how the basin looks. And then it just sits in here. Make sure the wicks are in the water basin. And when you water, you're just going to top water like normal, putting your fertilizer in your water. If you're in a super rush, you can just drop your watering can or hose into the edge here to fill it up quickly. Now, sometimes people wonder if it's going to hold water, if it's going to get too wet. That's not the case because it has an overflow. So when you're watering, if water's dripping out the bottom, that means your plug's not sealed properly. But if water is coming out the side here when you water, that means you've got the basin full. So it works super good. You will not have to water near as often as you may have in the past. If it's in the shade, you can go up to a week. But if it's in the sun, you can get between 3 to 7 days between watering, depending on temperature and depending on wind and how big the plants are. So a more vigorous, older, petunia basket, for example, would drink more water than a freshly planted basket. So yeah, we hope you love your new Weekender. They all come with this nice swivel hanger. If you bring your basket back to us, you need to bring the hanger because we hang them all up in the greenhouses. Even if you take the hanger off and set this in your planter at home, please return the hanger with it, along with all the components, which includes the insert and the wicks and the base. If you're missing any of these components, we do have to charge you to replace them, but they're easy to just bring them all back in one shot. We hope you love your new Weekender, and thanks for watching, and thanks for shopping here with us at Deb's Greenhouse. Bye for now.